in God, my full identity, my sexuality with liking men. And I just felt God tell me that like man cannot serve two masters.
Ain't no such thing as a gay Christian. Before I gave my life to Christ, I used to be gay. We were made in the image and likeness of God. So if we were made in the image and likeness of God and we read his word and we see that he's against this specific practice, then there's no way that he will create somebody to have a desire that goes against him.
I did not stop being gay because I was scared of going to hell. I stopped being gay because I started to love God so much. I did not want to do anything that disappointed him. I started reading his word. Oh, bet we're not supposed to be doing this. Lord, I only want to do what pleases you. When I was doing what pleased me, it led me down a dark path.
Always say you can't go ungay. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
I don't know why.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women.
Hoes.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy DyQuell Dontae, and I'm back at it again with another video. As you guys can see by the title, well, I'm not sure on what I'm gonna name it as of now, but today we're going to be talking about gay men basically coming out denouncing that they're not gay. They were once gay, but they're not gay anymore. And I wanted to have this conversation for a long time. I just didn't know how to approach it. So yeah, that's that on that. If you are new here, hey, my name is DyQuell Dontae. I love to come on here and have conversations dealing with the gay community. If you go through my content and see what you like, you know, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Oh gosh. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, show us support. I really appreciate that. Now, I kind of want to give my insight in terms of this whole, like, you know, dudes coming out basically saying they're not gay anymore. Call me ignorant, but me personally, I don't believe in that. I feel like once you're gay, you're always going to be gay. It don't matter how much you try to pray it away or what you do and everything like that, whether you try to get a girlfriend or talk to multiple girls or whatever the case may be, you're still gay, babes. If you're bi, you're still bi. If you're straight, you're still straight. Miss me with all that, oh, I'm not gay anymore, like stuff like that, because what these dudes fail to realize, y'all making us gay men look bad.
I wanted to come on and talk about these gay men get on these platforms claiming that they're not gay no more because it's a sin. They don't want to no longer live in sin, and they just think it's an abomination. They want to get to heaven. I just want y'all to understand that that is very dangerous to the LGBT community. People already look at us like we have some type of fucking problem, like we are some type of abnormal beings just for being who we truly are and living a life that we did not choose. We didn't choose to be gay. You didn't choose to be gay. This life chose us. This is the life that your God gave me, that my God gave me, and so forth on. And not everybody follows Christianity, so y'all have to stop with that sin bullshit. Y'all have to cut that shit the fuck out. It's dangerous. Christianity thrives on control. These motherfuckers have control kinks. They put Christianity and religion all throughout the government, all throughout the schools, and they dictate the shit that people learn and do not learn from the basis of that religion. And it's dangerous when y'all get on these platforms and y'all claim that y'all not gay no more because y'all don't want to live in sin, or that y'all, you know, want to allude to the fact that you like men or whatever. Girl, if you don't want to have sex with a man no more, kudos to you. By all means, go ahead and do that. But to try and bring your whole community down and drag everybody else down with you is not something that is cool. So when the gays get on here and attack y'all, they have the right to do that because you are putting them in danger. We have all these laws and shit that's against gays. You have countries that don't even respect gay people, that stone gays, that kill them just for being who they are without the choice of being who they are. That's why you got people that stay down low. That's why you got people that do this and do that. And I don't understand why you want to be straight anyway.
Straight men can't even do anything without being called gay. Girl, y'all can't even get frappes. Y'all can't get desserts. Y'all can't drink you a pinkity drinkity. Y'all can't get y'all nails done. Y'all can't get no facials. Y'all, God forbid, y'all look any type of soft girl, honey. And you're going to try to take your feminine energy and bring it back to the straight people and package it up. Like what? I just don't get it. Like, what are y'all trying to do? You gonna go off and marry a woman, and then what? You gonna cheat on her with a man and be down low again? Is that what it's given? Because it really just don't make sense to me. Like, it just really doesn't. Like, I really want to grasp the understanding. But what y'all need to do is stop dragging religion into y'all choices. Stop dragging religion into y'all choices. Stop letting religion be the basis of, you know, all the decisions that you make, baby, please.
And then it make it worse when they become these highly religious people and they try to look down upon us or whatever. Like, we're going to get into the guys I'm talking about today, but it's like they come out or whatever, they tell us they're not gay anymore, and then they're just super, like, you know, Christian and holy and religious. You know, I'm not trying to disrespect people who are Christians. Do your thing, do your big one, because, baby, I still love God. I'm still gay. I mean, it is what it is. So all that, oh, it's not a such thing as being a gay Christian. Y'all can miss me with all of that because God loves me, okay? We're going to be talking about Little Richard, Tyleik Shakur. We're going to be talking about Rashad Verme, Jontavian Barber. Y'all probably know who he is, since I've been knowing him since I was younger. And Arrington Allen. We're going to be talking about all those guys today. They all came on social media and they basically denounced their sexuality. So we're going to talk about all of them individually today. I did my research on everybody. So just make sure you just sit back and relax. And let's get into this video. So the first guy we're going to be talking about today is Little Richard. And for those of you that don't know who Little Richard is, Little Richard was an American singer and a songwriter. Little Richard was also well known in the mid to late 1950s with hits like Tutti Frutti and Long Tall Sally. He was a gay man who also denounced his sexuality.
I was gay, and he says that I wanted 7 boys, and you're messing it up. And my brother's name was Charles, so I would go out in the yard and call him. I had a high voice. I would say, Charles! He said, I'm going to kill you tonight. He said, I'm going to kill you, because I was really flamboyant, so my people didn't like it. So my dad said, you either follow this rule or get out. Yeah. So I got out because I wanted to wear all of my stones. Now,
how old were you when you hit the road then, when he tossed you out?
I was old enough to go in the streets. Because I had to be, because I had to find a place. My mother didn't want me to go. I was about 17.
Did you ever get this worked out, or was it a problem the rest of your life?
Oh, no, but God gave me the victory. I'm not gay now, but, you know, I was gay all my life. I believe I was one of the first gay people to come out. But God let me know that he made Adam be with Eve, not Steve. So I gave my heart to Christ.
As you guys can see by that video, he basically expressed how he knew he was gay at a very early age. He came out to his parents. Well, his dad didn't accept it or whatever, and he gave him the ultimatum. You either gonna go by my rules or you're gonna have to get out. Back in his time, I could just see that that was like really hard for him to even do. So kudos to him for even, you know, doing that. But it's just disheartening watching the video, y'all. And it's like, he said he was gay. Now he's like denouncing that he was ever gay or whatever. So, you know, being raised by closed-minded people, a lot of black households, I feel like a lot of us as kids had to go through that. Probably like one of the main reasons why most of us was even scared to come out in the first place. What really made me do this video, y'all, I don't know if y'all ever seen them on y'all timeline on YouTube, but they go by the name of Harley Initiated. They basically do give people interviews. They talk about, they have a lot of controversial conversations and stuff. They interviewed 2 guys who are ex-homosexuals or whatever. One of the guys, his name is Rashad Verme, and the other guy is Tyleik Shakur. Just going through the comments, y'all, on that video, like, it is a lot of homophobic Christian people out there. Like, it is crazy. I'll start with Tyleik first because I feel like I kind of discovered him first. He went viral back in 2023. And he did a video basically, you know, expressing his testimony or whatever, talking about his life, bringing and all that stuff like that. And he was telling everybody how, you know, how the whole homosexuality thing started off with him. And basically he was just bringing up, he just tell his whole life story. He was just basically talking about how he was molested by his babysitter son and stuff like that. And it's a very sad story to watch, and it's very triggering, especially for me. I was molested as well, so I definitely get that. He do content now, and it's like, I don't have a problem with his content, but I do have an issue with the video that he posted. It's called God Loves Gay People, but I'm going to play a clip for y'all.
A lot of people in this lifestyle know that it's wrong, and that's why there's so much pushback, right? If it was not wrong, you would not have such an inclination to defend your lifestyle. If it's right, then you simply just move on about and don't let it offend you so much. But the fact that these individuals oftentimes get so defensive, and it's okay to be defensive, but the way in which they're defensive is like, you can tell it comes from a place of hurt.
Like on that clip, he basically was just saying how like he just feel like he don't understand why gay people are like defensive in terms of their sexuality, because if it was the right thing to do, you wouldn't like be so defensive about it or whatever. You'll live your life regularly or whatever. And my whole thing is this: you was once gay. Well, you still gay to me. I don't care. But I just feel like, who are you to judge? Who are you to say stuff like that? Like, what are you even talking about? And what I want to say, it may be wrong to society of how we live our life, but baby, it's nothing wrong with being gay. It is nothing wrong with it. It don't matter if you're pansexual, bisexual, asexual. It's nothing wrong with what you do in the bed. It's nothing wrong with it. Don't try to make us feel bad because we're gay. The podcast, they also interviewed another guy. His name is Rashad Verme. So basically with Rashad, y'all, he started watching gay porn at the age of 13. He started watching gay porn or whatever at the age of 13. After watching that kind of stuff or whatever, it kind of triggered him. It gave him the urge to have sex with dudes. So, y'all, he went to high school or whatever, and he started, having sex or whatever in high school. As time went on or whatever, I'm not quite sure on when he stopped having sex with guys, but I do know he said, every time he will, after he would get finished doing the dude with the guy or whatever, he would feel disgusted. He wouldn't feel right and yada, yada, yada.
I was hanging out at one of my family members' houses, and I remember the show RuPaul's Drag Race was playing on the TV. Who's familiar with the show RuPaul's Drag Race? Raise your hand. So RuPaul's Drag Race is a show where drag queens come together, males, they dress as women and, do a whole bunch of craziness. And I remember watching this stuff on the TV, and I remember one of the elders who was watching me looking at the TV said, turn that stuff off before this little boy decides to do the same things. And from there on, the curiosity and confusion of my identity began. Fast forward to when I was 13 years old, two of my peers introduced me to pornography. And from there on, I started watching it, from time to time. And one day, roaming the internet, I came across gay porn. And watching gay porn, the spirit of homosexuality started to really have his way in my life. The Bible says in Matthew chapter 6 how our eyes are the lamp to our body. And if you allow darkness into your eyes, you allow darkness into your body. So that's literally what happened to me as a child. And going into high school, I started hanging around the wrong crowd, got into weed smoking, a whole bunch of craziness. And I played basketball, so I would try to hide my sexuality by playing sports. And fast forward to when I was 17 years old, I started to enact on the things that were introduced to me as a child. And I got in a down-low, secret homosexual relationship with two males who planned on later transitioning to females. And I was doing this behind closed doors. Nobody knew about it. Going forward to my senior year of high school, I ended up getting a college basketball scholarship. I went to college, and now I don't have my parents around. I had no standard. So I was dating this girl at the time. We were having sex. I was having sex with men and women at the same time, drinking. And that lifestyle, it just never brought any peace. It never brought any joy. So my first year of college, I ended up quitting basketball. My second year, I went in and I was just like, I was going through a lot. I had a 0.66 GPA. I was dealing with heavy anxiety, depression. I couldn't look at people in the eyes. I was just so lost. And I remember what my parents had trained me up. Like the Bible talks about how you're supposed to train up a child in the word, and the word will never leave them. And so I remember my parents teaching me about God, and I said to myself, like, I tried the weed, I tried the drugs, I tried all the things to try to fulfill my life, but I feel empty. I'm going to try Jesus. And one day in February of 2021, I said a prayer. I said, Lord Jesus, I know if I die tonight, I got a free ticket in my pocket to hell. But the only way I'm going to serve you is if you show me that you're real. And I knew if I became a Christian, because I grew up in the church, I knew if I became a Christian, I was going to have to give up the fornication, the homosexuality, the drugs, all these things. But I knew that I just didn't want to give it up for a fake God, So I said, I just want you, God, to show me that you are real. Around this time period, I believe in soul ties because the Bible talks about it, and I've experienced it myself. The men I was having sex with, since they wanted to transition to females, I started to have that same spirit within me to become a female. And around this time, I was buying heels, getting my nails done, dressing like a woman, and stuff like that. And one day I was hanging out with one of my peers, and I left that place, and I was going back home, and I went inside my truck. And that day I had a crop top, a jean jacket, silk pants, and white acrylic toenails. I was possibly going to turn into a female, transition to a female. And I went into my truck, and when I went to turn the key, I felt a presence in my truck. And when I looked to the passenger side, the Holy Spirit just, boom, hit me right there. And I felt the presence of God so strongly, I started to get emotional. And I literally lifted my hands in my truck in February of 2021. I said, Lord, I give the homosexuality up. I give the drugs up. I give the pornography up. I give all that stuff up, And ever since that day, I haven't gone back to homosexuality, drugs, pornography. I've been completely delivered. God's completely changed my life. Today, I'm married to my beautiful wife, Caroline, who's in the front row right here. Yes. Next Thursday, we'll be celebrating our first year of marriage. And so So I have a special place in my heart for the LGBTQIA plus community because I used to be in that lifestyle. So my message to them in this month and throughout the rest of my life is, if he could deliver me from the stuff that he's delivered me from, he can do it for anybody. I'm not special. I'm not somebody. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody that saved my soul, and that man is Jesus. So I'm proud to be delivered.
I feel like with men like Rashad, you got to watch out for it. And I'm talking to the ladies, because if a man say that they were gay, they were once gay, and they were actually having sex with these dudes, over the case may be, and then they turn around and still marry a woman, you got to watch out for dudes like that. Y'all already know the damn story I told y'all about that pastor, what's his name, Dwayne Dawkins or something like that. Like, you got to be very careful, because them the kind of dudes that'll wife a girl up and still have sex with dudes behind their back. And I don't know, me personally, I feel like men like that, I feel like they're just fighting demons inside, because I've met men like this before, and I don't know, I feel like it's like you can't really convince us, like, you know, what you don't like and what you do like, I don't know. I feel like if you gonna be straight, just be straight. You ain't gotta keep talking about it. I feel like they make their platform solely around that, and it's annoying. The content creator I want to talk about, y'all, is Jontavian Barber. Now, a lot of us know him, but for those of you that don't know him, I'm gonna kind of give you like a brief summary about Jontavian. So Jontavian, he went viral back in 2016. He had initially was dating the other guy. I'm not quite sure on his name. First went viral for dating him. They went out for a little while or whatever, but he really blew up when he started dating this guy named Brandon Got Fans. Brandon Got Fans, they dated or whatever for a while. They made a YouTube channel. They had like over 500K subscribers on YouTube. They was really doing it up. As a kid, I used to sneak and watch them. Like, that's how obsessed I was with them. Unfortunately, they didn't last long, so they broke up. And to be honest, Jontavian and Brandon, they both fell off in terms of numbers. They fell off or whatever, and they just wasn't really, you know, making the content that they were making once before. Because they were like a unit or whatever. But fast forward to 2019, Jontavian uploaded a video to YouTube, basically expressing how he wasn't gay anymore. Now, I couldn't find the video because I never forget when he first uploaded it, I watched it. But I cannot find the video on his YouTube channel now. But shout outs to YouTuber Rod2Real. He did do a reaction video to it, so I'll put a little clip up for y'all.
I experienced this. People always say you can't go ungay. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
I don't know why. I feel like for me, especially coming from someone who spent so much time, you know, because he's not there anymore apparently, but for someone who spent so much time inside of our community, seeing like from the inside just how people view us, seeing that, you know, that our feelings aren't legitimately just coming from the bottom of our very soul. It's not something that we can turn on and off like a switch.
So yes, y'all, like, I never forget when it first came out. I was just cringing the whole time, like, boy, what are you talking about? You gay. Like, it is what it is. I hate to sound like that, y'all, but that's just how I feel. Like, that's just how I feel. I feel like once you're gay, you always gonna be gay. Last but not least, we're gonna be talking about Arrington Allen. Arrington is a very popular content creator with over 2 million followers on TikTok and over 300K subscribers on YouTube. Back in 2023, Arrington had uploaded a video on his YouTube channel denouncing his sexuality, and his fans were not happy about it.
I want to start this video off by saying that I respect and admire Arrington very deeply, and as a queer black guy who also spent a lot of his life in Louisiana where he's from, I felt very connected to his content, and he was kind of like this idol for me. So seeing his latest TikToks and YouTube videos where he's basically saying that he chooses God over being gay, I felt this deep sense of like disappointment in him, and a lot of other people felt this too. And I've seen a lot of religious people invalidating this disappointment based on the fact that they say it's his journey and that he's come to know God and we can't say anything about it, which is all true, and I respect his ability and choice to do what he needs to do for himself. But whenever that transition and movement causes misinformation, confusion, and harmful stereotypes, that's where I feel the need to like step in. For the people who don't understand why the queer community could possibly be upset at Arrington in this moment, you gotta realize that he was this like intersectional figure of representation who we admired and respected and laughed at. So seeing him, for lack of better words, switch sides was never the problem. The problem was that we loved his journey and that his journey had influence to millions, but now that journey inherently is contributing to the harmful and suppressive narrative that you cannot both love God and love the same sex. So while we gotta respect him as a person, we don't have to respect the view that has continued to oppress our community for centuries, and also the view that inadvertently discredits the millions of queer Christians who are actively loving God as well as the person that they were born to love. It's also important to note that he and any others that pertain this view are not actually changing their sexuality, but they're simply hiding it. And while the science is limited, we do know that sexuality is biologically driven at birth. We know that conversion therapy is consistently unsuccessful. We do know that religion cannot change your sexuality, and it only can suppress it. Even John Paul, the poster boy of the conversion therapy movement in the late 90s, early 2000s, who left his homosexual lifestyle to marry a woman, years later divorced her, and admitted that at no point was his sexuality any different. So even the people that have created these narratives don't abide by them because they're not true. And when I watched the YouTube video, I felt like there was many moments where his addictions and drinking habits were being expressed as a result of him coming out, or that the horrible sexual predatory event that happened to him when he was young led him down a path of being gay. And to that I say addiction, jerking off, drinking are things that occur to everyone no matter what your sexuality is. So there is no gay lifestyle. And if you think that those things are synonymous with being gay, then that's your fault on your end and for you to figure out. And simply put, all of the things that occurred to him would have occurred to him if he was straight as well. And I don't want to invalidate his ability to discern for himself who he is, but confusion with religion is a canon event for every single queer person on this earth. No matter who you love, just know that God loves you. And ultimately, I hope that people know that, and also know that nowhere in the Bible is it written that you can't do that. And not everyone has yet to experience that awakening, and when all we can do is let them figure it out for themselves and support them with love and compassion, and that's what I hope to do.
You guys, as you can see, his fans was not here for it. I was his fan or whatever, and I'm still his fan to this day, but I was irritable when I had first seen a video, and he actually made a video basically expressing how he was still Christian, but he's still gay.
Let's get into a few things. People are saying, oh my gosh, he went back to being gay. I never stopped. I just started to take on the language of the people that I was hanging out with. They made me feel like I had to come online and act a certain way. Second thing is, people keep saying, he's not Christian anymore. Am I not Christian anymore, or am I just not religious? Everything about God, I don't have to post about everything. I fell into the trap of thinking that I had to be like other creators and other people because I'm human, I'm 20 years old. So if I don't want to talk about something, I don't have to talk about it. But that does not mean that that's something that that does not mean that I'm not engaging with the things that I'm not talking about. I am more than just the videos that you see. I am a whole human being. So I have stuff that happens in my life that I don't talk about, that I don't post about. And that's my business and that's my journey. And then there are people on the fucking internet that make videos about me talking about some, oh my goodness, like this is money. How are you talking about some I need money, but you're trying to get your video to the 1 minute mark so that you can get cash out on the creator fund using my name for clickbait? So what happened? It's like, I'm just confused. Do you need money or do we need money? Because it looks like we both need a check. And if we really want to talk about it, a lot of people that make videos about me, it looks like your content looks similar to mine. Uh-oh. And since we all are reining in on the reindeer games, this is my job. Somebody said, oh, like you need to be working or work for money or views are low. This is my job. I'm creative. So if I want to get on here and pop my shit and make a video every second of every day of every time period of every, I'll clock in from 1 a.m. to 12 a.m. the next year. And I'll make 1,000 videos to where you will never, to where all you do is see my face. And also there are people in here talking about some, oh my gosh, God stopped his account from making views. Are you fucking stupid? Do you honestly think God is petty and said, oh my gosh, let me stop him from, no. I'm God's child. I don't care what you think. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter the scriptures you try to throw in my face. It doesn't matter about that. I love God and I'm gay. It's okay. You want to clip that and you want to make this go trendy? You want to make this go viral? Let's go viral. If you want to go bar for bar, we can go band for band, 10 for 10, rand for rand. And I'm not the type of person to address stuff because I just think that, like, I'll ignore it. But this is just for my namesake. Some of y'all do not know me. You've never known me. You only know videos of me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect. So I do get on the internet sometimes and it's probably like, what the hell is he talking about? Listen, I do the same thing. I'd be like, wait, what was he talking about? I've grown from situations. I've elevated. I've moved on. I'm in a different phase and a different chapter in my life. If you can't accept me for me, please fucking block me. There are people out there that love me for just genuinely and authentically for who I am. And those are my people. If you feel like there's something about me that you don't like, you can click the block button. If you feel like you don't like something about me, you can unfollow, you can scroll, you can do whatever you gotta do. Do whatever is best for your mental health. But what I won't allow people to do is get on here anymore and say all that about me. Because you don't fucking know me and you probably never will. And what did Sienna May say? If you don't have my number, we probably don't have a problem. This one for Pop, this one for Juice. I am the one. Bitch, you a deuce. Yeah, clock.
once you are gay, you are going to be gay. It just is what it is. It's no such thing as being an ex-lesbian or ex-homosexual. You are gay, my love. I hope you guys like this video and my take on everything. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below. I really appreciate that. And I will see y'all on day 4 of Vlogmas. Bye.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.